What's going on, everyone? It's Chris, and for today's video, we are going to be looking up two of my old addresses. We're going to go ahead and look at Michigan and where I used to live in Center Ossipee in New Hampshire. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Just because, like, if you've been around for a while, if you joined me during Michigan or whatever have you, I've always, done vlogs. I've done, random videos, and I've talked about where I was. I've tried to, describe areas where I would go and stuff, but you guys, I never want to give a reference because I live there and I don't want anything weird to happen while I'm living there. But now that I'm not living there anymore, I figured it'd be kind of interesting to go and take a look at Google Maps and see what we can find. So let's go to Michigan first off. This is 77 Corunna Avenue, Owasso, Michigan. That's where we lived. And this is going to be interesting for me because I am a very nostalgic person. I'm always looking back and just appreciating everything. That's why I keep records. That's what my YouTube channel is. It's just records of my life. So let's find the address here. So this, if I can remember, Monroe Street Railroad. Okay, so here's the railroad. Wish I could rotate this, but I can't easily. I guess that's what this is, huh? So I'm gonna do it from the perspective that I know it as. Oakwood. Okay, here we go. This is Oakwood. Technically, we were on Corunna Avenue on this road right here, but we lived right on the corner for Oakwood. I don't know when this picture was last taken. We're definitely not living there anymore. But from an aerial view, this is what we were dealing with, okay? So this was our house. This is our apartment right here. I'll zoom in more in a minute. But as you can see over here, we had a field and soccer field. This, if you remember, this is where we were walking around in the Shiawassee River whenever we were walking on the bridge, whenever this area was entirely flooded. This is going to make no sense to people unless you've seen those old Michigan vlogs. How do we do this? Okay, so this is the railroad track. So our apartment is right there. This is our apartment, that little block right here. Oh, this is so weird to look at. I used to live here. This is who the fuck is that guy? This is 900 miles away, right? And I used to live here. This is the railroad track where the train would come through at 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. or something like that. Come right along this way, and they would arc up and around this way and go towards an intersection over here. So we were that little corner right there, and we had to hear the train just rumbling by for, whatever have you. And then we go over this way, and if you remember, I'm going to be referencing a whole bunch of stuff, but there was a short clip of a video where it was something to do with winter snow, and there was this light post right here that I was filming the snow coming down in this light post. Hey, look, a lady in there and her dog. Hey, I remember that lady. Hey, hold on. No, come back here. I remember her. She was always walking 5 dogs at a time. That's weird. This is the road we lived on. I'm going to kind of walk along the sidewalk. Oh, this is so interesting. I freaking love it. Guy riding his bike. There were people that always rode the bikes. There's the dump truck. All right. That red car is still there. Wow, so these people are still living here. So this is our place. This is where we used to live. Get out of my way, dump truck. Here's our apartment, and this is where we used to park, and this is where we put our trash. All right. Oh, wow. They painted it. So, all right, they did a little bit there. I wish I could, zoom in and actually go in there. Anything that's white over here with that side paneling was not our apartment. It's one house, but split into 2 apartments. So, this was their door. This is our door. This is where we get our mail and stuff. So, I would sit out here and have my yard sale. Whenever I was posting videos at the yard sale, I was sitting right out here, looking down the strip and looking across and whatever have you. Damn you, dump truck. Who is this guy? Oh, cool. So it automatically blurs faces. That's interesting. A little bit more. All right. So this was our main entrance we would go into. We would go in through this door. That was the basement and hallway entrance. Bathroom, 2 kitchen windows, living room window. Every time I would walk, they're waving at it, maybe. Every time I would walk to 7-Eleven. Was it 7-Eleven? Shell. It was Shell. Every time I walked to Shell gas station, this would be my walk every day. So I would walk around the apartment here. Hey, look, there's the windows to my office. I spilled a little bit. There's windows to where my office was. Walk around here, and I would hit this corner. I come this way, and I fall along the sidewalk all the way down. This fence got rammed by a truck at one point, and this is where we bought, right here, this is where we bought lemonade from that little girl who had a lemonade stand that summer. That was awesome. So I'd walk all the way down this way. I keep going. This is my walk, which this is the nice, shady, pretty part. Just some cool pictures here. And I'd get to here, and I'd have that water tower right there. It seems like a lot longer of a walk than it is, but it would take me, I don't know, 10 minutes, if that, to walk down this way. Oh, cool. So they've repainted the side of this. There was like a big animal painted logo here. The Avenue Bar and Grill. So looks like they changed that. Keep going this way. Now we're at like a used car lot. And then here's the shell. This is the shell that I would go into every time. So I'd walk from over there all the way down here past the car wash. And I would go into this shell. And that's where I get all my drinks and stuff. And then we get to like the main part of town, right? Over here, this is where I got pizza. There's a pizza place over here that they had the Kong-sized pizza, which was huge. It was huge and cheap, and I loved it. There's the water tower. So yeah, the walk for me was this corner right here, all the way down to Shell, right here at the corner. Different day, different time. I think I'm going this way. So there's Shell. And this is apartments right here. And we would walk along this way. Keep going. There's more apartments right here. Which actually a friend of ours used to live there. Not anymore. Oh, they paved that. That's actually way nicer than when we were there. Here's the railroad track, which again extends to where we were. Here's an old like train museum. Yeah, Railroading Institute. Railroading. And then this right here this connects to that wooden pathway, or yeah, it's like the walkway. So going from here, we would walk along the path all the way around the Shiawassee River. Here's the bridge again. So for reference, here's the apartment. We'd walk on the bridge. Sorry for all the clicking, I know. We'd walk along James S. Minor River Walk along that wooded path right here. It would transition to dirt, and we would walk all the way along the river. And it was a very nice walk. I used to love doing that. And then we'd get over here. Or we would inversely cross the bridge and walk along on this side. And this is where I got into an altercation with a goose and who was trying to kill its child. That's a whole other story. Now back over here and going towards town. This was like the main area of town. There's the Venue 219. There's a movie theater over there. And we would hit this point. This is like our main intersection, where if we're going to the post office, we would go straight ahead this way. If we are going to a multitude of other stores and other places, we go this way. So let's go ahead on this main strip and hit here's a four-way intersection. There's the Jade Buffet. There's a Chinese place. We used to love going there. JCPenney, never went in there. Keep going this way, you get to like the main highway intersection. Here's the library, and this is where I used to go to do a little bit of writing and stuff at this building. Alright, now we're back at the apartment corner. So there's the apartment again. And, hey, look, this is where that weed was, that big tree that I cut down with my Zanpakuto. I remember that. Oh, and by the way, for reference, whenever I was talking about having to shovel and keep the sidewalks clear, whenever we had to shovel, we had to freaking shovel. God, this fucking truck. We had to shovel all of this right here, which, again, doesn't look that big. But when you compare the size of the car, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's just say for all the extra space, 5, 6 cars worth of space to shovel all the way out to the pavement here. We had to shovel from here all the way out to here. We would have to keep this sidewalk right here clean to about this tree right here. And these were our neighbors. They were really nice. We would have to keep the sidewalk shoveled to the corner. All the way to the corner, this little piece of sidewalk here, and we'd have to shovel all the way out to here. Oh, and let's not forget, we would have to shovel to about this line, and we have to shovel up here to the stairs so the mailman could get here. Also, we'd have to shovel all that and keep all of that lawn mowed. We'd have to keep this mowed, 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 keep this mowed to the tree, and keep all of this mowed to the tree. That was the intensity of how much we had to maintain. So yeah, whenever I complain about mowing my lawn or shoveling, it fucking sucked, and it took a long time. I hated it. Alright, so let's say we're going to work at Dollar General. This is where I would go. I would go from here to here, and let's just say I'm walking. I would get to this point here, and I would immediately cross to that side of the street. But I don't know which side I'm going to be on. I guess I'm going to be on this side of the road. So I would have to walk all the way along this path. If the train was crossing up here at this intersection, I'd have to wait for the train to cross right here. And then I would go straight. And I would keep going along this way. I know there's a gun store around here somewhere that I never got to go into. Yep, right here is a gun store. keep going this. Oh, that looks so nice. That's pretty. Michigan's one tree. That looks nice. I found a dead animal on this spot of the road right here that was there for like 2 months as it slowly decayed. Just keep going along this way. This was a much longer walk. It was like twice. It was the walk to Shell and then some. But this was an arduous walk because Michigan is just flat. Like, you can see all this is flat. If I showed you stuff in New Hampshire, I don't know how well it would translate to Google Street View, but it is just hills. And we're still going. We're still going. It only took me about 15 or 20 minutes to walk to Dollar General to go to work. If I biked, it took me 5-10 minutes, if that. Oh, here's a little gas station that I used to go into. It's a little quick stop, sketchy place, quick serve, but it has some good deals on drinks in there. Non-alcoholic drinks. Keep going this way, and I'll show you for reference in a bird's eye view of how long it actually is. We're still going. We're still going. All right, now we hit the point where we get to the bank. Here's the bank right here, and this wasn't either of our banks. We would use it to like withdraw money if we had to. But then right after the bank, you had Dollar General, and that's where I worked for a short amount of time. I don't think I can probably go in the parking lot. But that's Dollar General. That's the store that I used to work in, and it sucked. It's horrible. There's always a big pothole right here. It was very poorly maintained, and yeah, I don't have to tell you guys how shitty Dollar General. Why does it put Dollar General right there? That's not DG. This is DG. So let's say from DG all the way, we're gonna go, and there's my apartment. So a pretty decent length for walking to get to and from the apartment. Right about here. It's amazing how I see this, and I know just from this general layout, like, okay, it's over here. Bam, there's my apartment. It's so weird that I can just find it in this sea. I know that's my apartment. All right. One more thing, I believe, and then we're gonna end this video, but we're gonna check out going to work at Applebee's. So Applebee's was a little bit further away. It took about 10 minutes to drive to, because everything else here takes like 2 minutes to drive to, 10, 15 to walk or whatever have you, or bike, because I did a lot of biking in Michigan, because it's all flat ground, everything's connected clearly, but Applebee's was much further on the other side of town. So, from here, at the apartment spawn location, we're spawning here, we would go all the way up to the intersection, turn left at the intersection, and we'd ride up the side over here. And we would follow this path along until we got to this intersection here. And then this is Walgreens, Rite Aid, and this is where you get to, like, the big businesses, right? And like a bunch of houses here and businesses. So we'd hit this intersection. I'm going to go ahead and just, I want to zoom in real quick for the intersection. Show you guys generally what this looks like. So we're coming from this direction, which is like a nice little bridge and stuff. And then we continue all the way along this really long path. There's Big John's and Family Video. The VR arcade is somewhere around here. We never got to go to before moving. And you just keep going. I mean, just like, again, like you've seen my videos, you compare to, New Hampshire when it comes to all the trees and how sway everything is, how everything kind of curves and stuff, and just how flat. It's like those, like the few trees, but behind it's just houses, and it's just a lot of Michigan is just totally flat, man. Bob Evans, very expensive, overpriced food, but it's okay. Hey, there's Kroger. That's where we used to go shopping. Whenever I talk about Kroger, there it is. Subway, coffee place, Big B Coffee, Burger King, Animal Hospital. Again, for you guys, this just looks like nothing, just like whatever, but for me, this is super nostalgic. There's Goodwill. Picked up a lot of cool stuff from Goodwill. Family Dollar. Fuck Family Dollar. I hate Family Dollar stores. They're the fucking worst. I applied for a job at Mancino's Pizza right there. They didn't get back to me. Still waiting. Walmart right there. That was the Walmart we'd go to. Tropical Cafe. There's the Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Oh, Tropical Smoothies. I want them again so bad. Planet Fitness. I applied for a job for there multiple times. Just to be like an overnight like machine cleaner or something. And you just keep going. Again, remember, we're going to... Oh, I applied to BJ's too. They didn't get back to me. I applied at like every restaurant in town when I lost my job at DG, because I'm like, I guess I'll just go back to dishwashing, and never had any luck. Oops, looks like I'm turning into Home Depot, I think. I'm going to get out of there. I'm not going to Home Depot. I don't care about Home Depot. Hey, jelly beans! I forgot about jelly beans for a minute. So this was a used book and game store and stuff, and I'd go in here all the time and like trade manga, buy manga, trade in games, DVDs, and buy them and stuff. It was a really awesome place. I had some credit still for jelly beans, but obviously I didn't get to use it. But yeah, I used to go into jelly beans all the time. The place was the best. There's Home Depot over there. Here's the McDongles. I think they tore down some buildings here when we were leaving. So, let's see. McDonald's there. And there's Little Caesars. This is where we got Little Caesars from most of the time. It was like the main Little Caesars place we'd go to because it was right by work. So we'd get to this intersection. And there's Applebee's over there. This is where we existed in hell and fucking torment. It was one of the worst places ever. Yeah, that's Applebee's right there. That bastard of a place. I wish I could go in there, but I can't. Yeah, that's Applebee's. There's Meijer, which is another shopping center we would go to way over here. It's amazing how big parking lots are. You never realize that. But there's Meijer. You go shopping in there all the time. Applebee's right here on the corner. Go on this side of the street. I'd wait over here for Sam at the end of the night, and she'd come out this front door, and I'd pick her up. We go out this way. Oh, that's something else I can show you. Let's go over here real fast. Right there, Family Farm and Home. That's where we got BB. That's where we got our little BB bunny. We picked him up right there, a little bit of ways from Applebee's right there, and there's where BB was where we bought him for 15 bucks. Thrift store we'd buy a lot of stuff from. Yeah, this is where you hit in Michigan. It's like you leave the city and you just get to fields. Look at this. Just massive amounts of fields. Look at it's just empty. Look how small the tree density is. How small the tree population is, and they just have all these huge fields. This is what I mean by Michigan has no trees. At least where we were, obviously there's gonna be places where you have a sprawling forest, but this is their forest, dude. This is just look at this. We would just be driving like we would take this road to get to the direction of her parents' house, like 30 minutes away, and we would just be driving with empty fields on the side of us for like 15 miles or whatever have you, give or take. So this is what I mean by Michigan had no trees, because you compare that to New Hampshire, and once we compare to New Hampshire, you're gonna see what I mean. So that's it, guys. That is my Michigan life tour. This is all the main stuff that I could think of off the top of my head that I felt would make an interesting video, at least to those who know where I was in Michigan. Yeah, that's it. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.